HRM program provides a unique learning experience to the students by integrating theories and practices in the field of HRM.
Commonwealth Executive Master of Business Administration, Public Administration, also known as SEMPA and SEMPA, conducted by Faculty of Management Studies at Open University, supported by Commonwealth of Learning and 4 South Asian universities.
Talking about my personal experience, MBA in HRM program has enormously helped me for my career development as well as my personal development through its wide coverage of disciplines. So for me, this program is not just mere a qualification but a life learning experience.
By following the SEMPA program, it helped me to gain knowledge in critical areas of my subject area and thereafter perform my activities as the head of risk management.
Therefore, I highly recommend this MBA in HRM program to all of you out there who are keen in acquiring a master's level qualification along with an advanced learning experience in human resource management.
SEMPA program helped me to deal with complex areas in my job functions and thereafter do the communication properly to ensure the decisions are taken promptly in my job area.
Whether you are an employee of the private sector or the government sector, I guarantee that this qualification will definitely help you in reaching the next level of your career ladder.
I would like to invite all professionals in Sri Lanka to join the Faculty of Management Studies at Open University towards pursuing their ambitions.
Welcome to the Faculty of Management Studies, which is youngest and the 6th Faculty of Open University of Sri Lanka. The main purpose of the faculty imparting management knowledge for the development of management skill and appropriate attitudes for the professional of management. Our services are provided to a wide spectrum of clients comprising young school leavers, managers, public administrators, and small business managers, and also who are willing to continue the lifelong learning and developing management profession.
a student of the ESBM program.
I am student of Bachelor of Management Studies Honours Degree Program.
ESBM helped me to develop my business locally and internationally.
Bachelor of Management Studies Honours Degree Program is very useful to me, improve my business and supported me to improve my creativity.
I would like to invite all entrepreneurs in Sri Lanka to follow in Open University program and make their business success.
I'm a student currently reading for the Master of Business Administration in Human Resource Management. Actually, this MBA in HRM program provides a unique learning experience to the students by integrating theories and practices in the field of HRM.
Commonwealth Executive Master of Business Administration, Public Administration, also known as SEMPA and SEMPA, conducted by Faculty of Management Studies at Open University, supported by Commonwealth of Learning and 4 South Asian universities.
Talking about my personal experience, MBA in HRM program has enormously helped me for my career development as well as my personal development through its wide coverage of disciplines. So for me, this program is not just mere a qualification but a life learning experience.
By following the SEMPA program, it helped me to gain knowledge in critical areas of my subject area and thereafter perform my activities as the head of risk management.
Therefore, I highly recommend this MBA in HRM program to all of you out there who are keen in acquiring a master's level qualification along with an advanced learning experience in human resource management.
SEMPA program helped me to deal with complex areas in my job functions and thereafter do the communication properly to ensure the decisions are taken promptly in my job area.
Whether you are an employee of the private sector or the government sector, I guarantee that this qualification will definitely help you in reaching the next level of your career ladder.
I would like to invite all professionals in Sri Lanka to join the Faculty of Management Studies at Open University towards pursuing their ambitions.
Very good morning to all of you. The distinguished gathering, let us, the members of Faculty of Management Studies, wholeheartedly welcome you all, as well as the learning partners who are joining through online platform from our regional centers to the inauguration ceremony for the new intake of Bachelor of Management Studies Honours Degree Program. This initiation is with high hope that all those who have made a timely decision to enroll this program will be holders of bachelors in another 4 years' time. First of all, please rise to honor the national anthem. Thank you, everyone. Let's begin the ceremony with the time-tested cultural practice, lighting up the oil lamp. Let us invite Dr. Isura Dharmaratna, guest of honor, Professor Nalin Abhisekara, the Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Professor Champika Lianagamage, Head, Department of Accounting and Finance, Dr. Sujeeva Sapukotanage, Head, Department of Marketing Management, Professor V. Sivalogadhasan, former Dean and Senior Lecturer of Faculty of Management Studies, Mr. Chanika Veerasekara, Chief Coordinator, BMS Honours Degree Program and Senior Lecturer of Department of Accounting and Finance, Professor LPS Gaumini, Senior Lecturer of Department of Accounting and Finance, Mr. Jagat Pathirana, Senior Lecturer, Department of Human Resource Management, Mr. Asanka Seniviratna, Senior Lecturer, Department of Accounting and Finance, Ms. Jeevani Silva, Senior Lecturer, Department of Marketing Management, Ms. Harini Pereira, Lecturer, Department of Human Resources, Dr. Chamila Dias, Director of Career Guidance Unit, Ms. Vindhya Angamana, Assistant Director of Colombo Regional Center, a Faculty Board Student Representative, also representing our new learning partners, a lady and a gentleman to light up the oil lamp. The Faculty of Management Studies that takes the sole responsibility of conducting BMS Honors degree program, and a lot of effort is needed to ensure the success and the progress of the program. At present, the faculty is headed by a person who is in the forefront and creating a conducive atmosphere for everyone to work in unison to ensure the success of not only BMS, but also all the other programs that are offered by the faculty. Now, let us invite Professor Nalin Abeysekara, the Dean of the Faculty of Management Studies, to welcome our distinguished gathering.
The Vice Chancellor of the Open University, the founding Dean, Professor V. Sivalogadasan, guest of honor, Dr. Isuri Dharmaratna, our Chief Coordinator of the program, Mr. Chanak Veerasekara, Director RES, Mr. Anushka Bandara, Director CRC, Ms. Vindhya, then again all the professors in the faculty, all the heads of the departments, and coordinators and RES directors and all. So more importantly, I just want to address to our students. So we actually mention them as learning partners. So we are going to welcome you for this particular inauguration ceremony. I considered you are very fortunate to get selected because this BMS examination admission test is highly competitive. Now you are here for the UGC recognized program. More importantly, Open University we considered as the People's University. Why we considered Open University as a People's University? Because it's the only university in Sri Lanka where while working you can get your degree. So that is really important. And also there are many success stories we produce. So not only from the different disciplines of the subjects. So by looking at the entrepreneurship in Sri Lanka, there are many entrepreneurs we produce. Because nowadays, by looking at the economic crisis in the country, so we need to have a different slogan, especially for the university graduates. We are not going to produce the employees. We have to produce the entrepreneurs. So we need to have something called entrepreneurial mindset among the graduates. What is this entrepreneurial mindset? You need to have a kind of a tendency to take certain risk in your life. Because most of the time, the government is spending 4 to 5 lakhs to produce maybe the arts graduate. Then again, after that, you going in front of the UGC and asking for a job. Yet again, there will be a problem. So we need to understand to contribute something for the country. So I just want to have a very good, very interesting quotation by the former president of US, John F. Kennedy. So he actually mentioned, ask what you can do for your country, not the country can do for you. You need to contribute something. I think all of us can be considered as the outcome of the free education. So if you're talking about the free education, the father of free education, Dr. C.W.W. Kannangara, we have to remember. See, in 1940s, he introduced free education to Sri Lanka. So we are like one of the representative from the Indian Parliament. He actually just come and met Dr. Kannangara and just send one particular very important message. If you're born in India, you may be considered as a god of this country. So especially he related to the India. In Sri Lanka, what we have to do, we have to respect to Dr. C.W.W. Kannangara's free education, because we need to do something to the country. Because if you go to other countries, free education is not available. So you are one of the very fortunate outcome from the free education. And today itself, you need to understand, like we have to do something different for this country. And also, what is your duty as a undergraduates? So you need to have different mindset from tomorrow onwards. What sort of a duty we need to have? There are certain soft skills you have to inculcate. Language, English. Then again, we are talking about the information technology, IT, And again, here I just want to put more prominence for something called the attitude factor. So another good example, one of my friend working in Chamber of Commerce, he said, 2 management trainees, he asked them to just, in his company, asked them to just remove certain like branches where are disturbing in the factory. So these 2 management trainees tendered their resignation. මට මගේ යාළුවා කියනවා යාට ගෙදර වගේ දෙයක් වුණා නම් මොකද කරන්නේ? The attitude problem. Maybe we are with the degree and all, but we have to understand something called the belongingness towards to the organization. So that is something where we need to inculcate as the particular graduates. Once you like pass out as a graduate from the Open University in year 2026. So that is really important. So you have to always understand your duty, because here we are talking about something called learning partners. So you also come to the Open University to share your knowledge. Most of you are in the industry, you are working. There are certain students, they are not working. Then you have to have a plan. Weekdays, definitely I'm going to maybe have a small job. So I can remember in my time, I passed out from Javadar University final year. We worked for Seat Tires for the salary of 2,500 rupees. So we don't expect the salary, we actually expect the training. So try to give more prominence for the training. So that is really important for your life. And also, even though here this session we conducted in English, so we are going to have our orientation in Sinhala and Tamil medium. Try to respect for your mother language, mother tongue. So because creativity and imagination coming from the mother tongue, we are your natural language, not from the second language. You have to learn the second language anyway, but always try to respect for 2 things, for your mother tongue and for your parents. So that is really important. Then again, I would like to see you as a graduate in the Open University of Sri Lanka in the BMSH by the year 2026. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring words. Whenever and wherever the Faculty of Management Studies has an important event, there's one distinguished figure whose presence is assured and who leaves no stone unturned in ensuring the success of the entire university. Professor PMC Tilakaratne, the Vice Chancellor of Open University of Sri Lanka, who is currently in an official delegation abroad, has sent a message to our new learning partners, which will be shown now. Thank you.
Very good morning to every one of you. Professor Nalin Abesekar, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, heads of the departments, professors, all academic staff members of the Faculty of Management Studies, administrative and non-academic staff, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. It is great honor me to welcome you all as the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka today at the inauguration of the Bachelor of Management Studies degree program offered by the Faculty of Management Studies, the Open University of Sri Lanka. I highly appreciate your decision of choosing the Open University of Sri Lanka as your higher education destination. The OUSL counts for 40 years of academic excellence. The Open University of Sri Lanka has 6 faculties. Among the 6 faculties, the Faculty of Management Studies is one of the progressive faculties in the university. Young and qualified academic staff are dedicated to provide all academic support you are required to complete your degree program. The OESL has a focus of finding a niche in the competitive panorama of a global knowledge economy. The Faculty of Management Studies is geared towards producing a generation of future leaders with entrepreneurial skills suitable for job creation and problem solving. Let me compare the other conventional universities and non-higher educational institutions with the Open University of Sri Lanka. The Open University of Sri Lanka has a unique model of providing higher education facilities. This methodology is known as open and distance learning methodology, where this open and distance learning methodology will give you a competitive advantage of balancing your work life and academic life. So therefore, I'm pretty much sure you will be able to complete your graduate destination within the stipulated time period if you are committed for the course. Definitely, you have to go through the rigorous academic process of completing a degree. But the Open University of Sri Lanka provides all the facilities needed for your studies. We are committed to provide printed study material, virtual platform lecturing support, and the flexible examination systems and one-to-one meeting via day schools. Not only that, the Open University of Sri Lanka operates all over the country. We have 9 regional centers and other 18 study centers as well. With this highly economic hardships, you need not to come to Colombo to fulfill your academic requirements. You can reach one of the regional centers or the study centers to complete your academic and examination work. Therefore, I strongly believe that by utilizing these facilities, you will be able to embark with your intended qualification within the stipulated time period. So finally, I wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Now, to move
Very good
one step
morning
ahead,
to
let us have
every
the
one of
keynote
you.
address. She is a proud product of Open University of Sri Lanka and then progressed to earn her PhD from Management and Science University, Malaysia, based on e-marketing, loyalty, and crucial role of image within banking sector. This distinguished person was the only PhD student who was assigned the role of academic advisor for the PhD candidates, primarily in research, marketing, and human resources. As for her corporate achievements, having worked for apparel sourcing giant like Nike in the capacity of country manager, she has complemented to enhance the business targets of $1 million to $20 million within her 15 years of extraordinary service term. Currently, she holds the position of Associate Dean and works as a senior lecturer with her passion for lecturing. Please welcome Dr. Isuri Dharmaratne for the keynote address.
very much for that wonderful introduction. Professor Nalin, Abesekar, and all the other professors. I'm feeling really nervous because all these professors have taught me, most of the professors. So I'm feeling a bit nervous. This is an opportunity I got after 12 years. Good morning. First of all, let me say good morning to everyone and welcome all of you for this BMS program. I'm actually truly privileged and honored to be the guest speaker today, because when I drove in from the gate, I remember all my experiences. I had a truly amazing time at the Open University. Although I did not do my degree here, I did my Commonwealth MBA back in 2010. It took 12 years for somebody of Open University to give me some opportunity to speak to the students, the experience I gained. And I must thank Professor Nalin Abesekar for giving me the opportunity after 12 years. It's not too late. I must say that the Commonwealth MBA that is offered by Open University is one of the best programs I've done so far in my education. Because why, when I say that? It is one thing, it's a very unique program. It's conducted by the Canada Open Commonwealth, and also the flexible learning, because at that time I was doing a job like a country manager representing Nike in Sri Lanka. And I was looking for any opportunity to do some flexible. And this was the only one that was available. You believe that there are 15 subjects we had to do for our MBA for 2 years. All 15 subjects, we had 3-hour exams as well as assignment. Now I'm lecturing for so many universities, foreign universities, UK universities right now. We don't have that facility. We only have assignments and just the research. But the quality of the products that is offered by the Open University was amazing. And I must thank the Open University today for standing tall at this position, having attained my PhD, if not for my MBA, which was from Open University. So I owe to the Open University, but it was a little hard work, I must say, that although you are told that it's flexible, you don't need to attend classes. It is not that. I must tell you that every single class we attended, it was rarely that I missed any class. And those are the very students who got through the first try in MBA, because when you come for the class, it makes a big difference. But when we think we have our positions and we think, oh, we know everything, we don't need to come and follow classes. Please take that out of your mind. More you follow classes, more you read and more you gain experience, only you will do well. And even for my PhD, I did the same effort. There is no pain, there is no gain. Remember that. Now, if you look at the, I hope I will not exceed 15 minutes that's given to me. 60% of the people who sit for the advanced level do not get, is eligible for university entrance. And out of which only about 17 to 18% gain university entrance for public universities. All the other people have to look for other universities and all that. And we are boasting about, we are boasting about 93% literacy rate. What do you mean? 93% literacy rates in Sri Lanka? Yes, it's good. But look at our O-level results. If you take the data from O-level, 40 to 50% people fail, completely fail in English, maths, and science. These are the three most subjects that's required for any country to be developed. You know, education is very important in any country. So the Education Ministry has introduced many curriculum reforms, but we are yet to see any positive results on this. So what is wrong with this? Now, if you really take 53% of the graduates are unemployed. Now, when I say we have this pandemic and all that, but you look at India, there's more than 500,000, as at August 2022, we have more than 500,000 graduates unemployed. Is there anything wrong with the curriculum system, or is there wrong with us students? I'm a student, I'm on your side. Although I have got my PhD, I'm still a student. These are all my professors and I respect all of them. So I think we have an education system. either something wrong with our education system or something wrong with us. So let me tell you a little bit about one of my students. I lecture research methodology for MBA, PhD, and undergraduates. One of the students did a research and found out that there are two types of approaches that Sri Lankan students use when they are learning. That is surface approach and deep approach. What is this? These big words, don't get confused with these big words. What is this surface approach? What we take is more like a memorizing. We are used to memorizing, and we are used to going for tuition culture. And the tuition master would say, these are the areas that you will get for your exam. So only concentrate on this. So we are just basically thinking only of one area, and we don't go into deep learning. But when you go to a developed country like UK, you don't find people going for tuition. You don't find advertising people tuition. Why? They're deep learners. What do you mean deep learners? When they have a subject, they go and read, they challenge the teacher, they go into much details, and then only they will accept whatever is said. But if I ask any of the students, who are the people, that's what I ask whenever I start a class, how many of you have not gone for tuition? And that person, I say that person is his critical thinking ability, decision makings will be much more superior than others. But you're never too late. It's okay. If you have gone for tuition, that's everything that is people have done. But this is your foundation level. Degree is your foundation. If the foundation of your house is not right, you would not be able to build on it. If your foundation of a tree is not right, the tree would not be. So if you do this particular degree, put some effort, and you get this right, I can assure you that getting MBA and PhD is nothing for you. But most of them is that youngsters now, millennials or whatever, some of you must be employed, some of you must be just out of school. Don't find shortcut. There are no shortcut to education. I have never taken one shortcut, and I'm proud to say that I can give back my knowledge to all the students because I never took shortcuts. What are these shortcuts? I don't know whether I should be telling you, but with my teaching experience, I graduated from 2010 MBA, then 2014, I completed my PhD in Malaysia. Since then, I've been teaching so many students from various universities, NSBM to KDU. I started my career at KDU, Kotalawala Defense University for police, army police. What I realized is that there is a lot that who wants the easy way out. I'm asking you students, please don't take that easy way out. Do not ever think of outsourcing any of your assignment. Why? Because one day you will realize when you are in an organization, as Professor Nalin mentioned, you cannot perform. You have a degree, you have an MBA, you have a PhD, but you cannot possibly perform because you're not gone through the curriculum is made in such a way for you to develop your brain. So that is the only advice I can give you. Do not find shortcuts. I did not find any shortcuts. When I was doing MBA, somebody asked me, don't you cut and paste? I said, I don't do it. I do it, my Sinhala is my first language. I didn't learn in English. Throughout my school, I learned in Sinhalese, but how did I improve English? Because I did assignments on my own, I did extra work, and if there are challenging positions, I used to go and meet the tutors and professors and ask whether they could help. So you remember that you have to follow that. In that scenario, we will not find so many undergraduates unemployed. Yes, there are so many research studies being done in Sri Lanka to find out why these undergraduates are unemployed, because government can't government can't give jobs to all of you. Please don't expect. So the research says that there are 3 skills. Most of the research, I wouldn't say that all the research says IT skills, English skills, and the misfit between your education and the labor market. So these are the basic ones. I would say that you need all that. In today's context, if you don't know IT, you don't know English, not that you can do it in Sinhalese and Tamil, but if you have an idea of going abroad and if you're going to be employed in the private sector, please learn English also, because that's our second language, right? So you would be doing better in that area if you do it now itself for the foundation. So, and lastly, I would like to say about Sri Lanka. If today I want to, Professor Nalin mentioned about Sri Lanka, there's nothing positive about Sri Lanka. If you hear everything, if you put news, what do you say? There's GDP growth is minus 8.5 in July 2022. The inflation is almost 75%, and food inflation is more than 82%. And inflation, we are the 6th highest in the world, right? We have no foreign reserves. We have unemployment rate. You name it, we have it. But do we have to be negative always? We think, oh, we have to be negative. There's nothing we can do. We have to leave the country and go to the other side. Everybody thinks it's green on the other side, but it is not. You would find that it is not as easy as migrating, and then you can make a change. Only if you, it's all in you. You are the only people who can make, you're the youngsters. You will be taking over, right? We know that we constantly hear about corruption and mismanagement. Let it be, because there is nothing we can do right now. But in time to come, when you graduate, I'm sure you can make a difference. So I hope that before I go into a presentation, I thought I would speak a few words for you to say that I remember somebody saying, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, but somebody has put a remark there. In Sri Lanka, that light has been switched off. Somebody has put that, and I thought, no, it can't be, because we always think that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Let's hope for the best and be positive in what you do. So today I wanted to make a small presentation, because this is what is important, that you get you to the next level. Now, I told you how to do the foundation. Say Sri Lanka is in a dire state, but don't get discouraged, right? Worst things can happen to us, but we as Sri Lankans, we have been very resilient. Resilient means we can overcome many obstacles. That's Sri Lankan way. So what I chose today is a little bit about the psychology. Now, people do research. Business people do only business research. Psychology people used to do only psychology. But now what has happened? Things have changed. Now it's a combination of business and psychology. A lot of people now, Professor Nalin would say that for marketing, they're talking about consumer buying behavior. That's a psychological. Then we are talking about stress and burnout. We want to know what is stress and burnout. There are so many students. One of my students did burnout of CEO officers. Now, normally they think only the employees are burnout. They don't think that the CEOs are burnout. Will you believe that research says the CEO was more burnout, and that was impacting the performance of the organization? So when you're taking the management perspective, we have employee engagement, emotional intelligence. Those are soft skills. They are psychological. So because of the time constraints, I'm going to go through the slides first. A little bit, I thought it's important that I'll tell a little bit of how you can change yourself. It's from here. Okay, so I chose to talk about mindset. Now, Professor Nalin said about attitude. Yes, it's a part of attitude. What is a mindset? You know, that is only going to get you to the next level. I'm standing here because I changed my mindset. I did not try to change other people, but change my own mindset. This video, I just want to show you this video, this actual story. If you can just give me, maybe I'm exceeding 15 minutes. Professor Nalin, is it okay? Or I don't know. Sorry? 6 minutes more. I don't know whether I don't have time to run this video. Okay, I'm going to share this one. This is a real story, how people sacrifice, but I have no time to go through this one. I will share with you the video, how people have to sacrifice for the education. Now, as he mentioned, that your privilege, actually, your privilege that you got selected for this one. Don't lose this opportunity. It's not that everybody has the money and has the ability to get through to this program. So I would like to first say the video I will share with you, because the video is an actual story of how the two brothers, out of which one person sacrificed for the other person to go to the academy, and how it happened, and ultimately it was the second person could not go to the academy because it was too late for him. So in education, you got to do sacrifices. The Benjamin Barber said, what did he say? He says, I don't say there are people who are not good or they are not efficient. He said there are learners and non-learners. Even in other countries, even if you're 70, 80, they still can go to the university. They don't ask your age, right? Age is just a number. So I will say that people ask, are people born smart? As somebody says, as leaders. Now we say leaders are born or they are made. There's a lot of contradiction. But I'm asking you, as graduates, do you think that people are born smart? Not really, not really. I don't believe, right? There are so many hidden skills in us, right? We may get through our degree, we may have failed, we may fail 1 or 2 subjects. Don't get discouraged, right? Because we have some hidden skills. How do you get your hidden skills? Now, see during COVID, what happened? A lot of people they knew that they had some hidden skills like catering, all that, and they start doing that. So we all have these hidden skills. I'm bringing in 3 people for 2022. These are the 3 richest people in the world. Is Elon Musk. If you look at his failures, you won't believe he is the richest person on earth, but he never gave up, right? Jeff Bezos is the Amazon person. He was the #1 in the world, but he has been dropped to #3. Why? He also had, when he started Amazon, it was running at a loss so many years, but he was persistent. He thought, no, I'm somehow going to do this. And today he's the 2nd richest. He was the richest in the world. I bring in this 3rd one as the business leader because it's involving you. He was the third richest man, but he has dropped his level to 6. Why? Because there are other people like Adani, who's #4 now. He's an Indian. Now see, how did he become the 4th? So remember, all of us have including me. While I was doing my PhD, I must tell you that I walked into the professor's room and I said, I can't do this PhD, professor, anymore. I'm coming in for mental breakdown. He had to keep me for half an hour and do lecturing and said, don't give up now. You have come a long way, don't give up, because I had no support from my home. My home people used to ask me, why do you need a PhD? My husband used to ask me. My friends used to ask me, why you have an MBA and you're teaching, why do you need a PhD? That made me wonder, no, I must somehow get the PhD. Why? Because I like people challenging me. If people challenge me, why are you doing it? That's the very thing I will do. And I thought, no, I'm going to do this. It's a lot of hard work, but I must tell you that I'm not trying to boast of myself, but out of all the Malaysian universities, that the first university, undergrad, PhD, I got 0 plagiarism for my PhD. I didn't do anything. I just wrote my PhD the way I can, and I got 0 plagiarism, and it's been placed as a specimen PhD in the site. So there's nothing you can't do. If you try, you have to try. Nothing comes. So I think because of the time people are made, they're not born, you have to change your mindset. What is this mindset? The attitude is also part of mindset. Mindset is belief in yourself that you can do. Don't always have this negative comment, oh, so-and-so is, I remember in school also people used to say, oh, she's good at this and this. But there are people who have tried and done better than them. So, sorry. So the 2 mindsets you will have, if you ask yourself, you have either growth mindset or a fixed mindset. If you have a fixed mindset, you will be suffering for the rest of your life because you have negative. You're not only doing that, and you're also going to do the same thing to your neighbor. In your class, you will find, in your working place, you will find a lot of people negative. I can't do this, man. I can't do this. When I was working Nike as a country manager, Nike said, when they bring a garment to Sri Lanka, they will say, oh, we must see, this is difficult. But the same garment, they take it to India, China. By evening, they will find a proto sample made and they come to the hotel in the evening. That's the attitude of Chinese people. And the attitude of us is different. So all depends on our, I'm sorry, it's going backwards. So we need to change our mindset. Mindset is, all of you like to be in the comfort zone at the bottom stage. All of us we don't want to stretch ourselves. Why? we are very happy with what we are getting. We are very happy. We don't want, as long as you are in that comfort zone, you will never do well in life. You will be there for the rest of your life. You would not challenge yourself to go to the growth zone, right? So there are two mindsets. Fixed mindset is intelligence and talent is fixed at birth. The other people think, no, it's not fixed. We can work hard. Take example as how I worked hard, and a person who wanted to give up MBA halfway through because I was coming in from mental background, because it was a tedious process. I didn't have help from the home front, so maybe it would have been easier. So you have to change your mindset. These are the two mindsets. I want you to follow the growth mindsets. You will be amazed at the results you would get after 4 years. You will say, okay, because I'm not going to go through this whole thing. It's going back again to the beginning. It's okay. I'll try again. Slides are going back after. I can use this. Okay. So I'm going to share these slides with you. Please ask yourself, are you a person when there are challenges you give up? Are you a person who will give resignation and go home if somebody scolds you? Ask that. You will not. So I want you to go through this because of the time constraint. I'm not going to. So your brain is like why do people go to the gym for exercise? Do they go today and tomorrow build muscles? No, they don't. The same way in your brain, if you just keep the brain idling, what will happen? It will shrink over the years. You get other people to do your work. You get other people to do this and that. Your brain is going to shrink. If you're going to stretch like what we did during our time, you will be amazed that you will have you will become smarter over the years because you have to stretch your brain as much as you do for the others. So how mindset affects the students? Goals, response, efforts, and strategies. These are, you have your goals, you have responses, but the effort is most important. Overnight, you can't achieve whatever you intend to achieve. But I will only tell this last one, strategies. Life's real failure is when you do not realize how close you were to. There are so many people who give up just because they fail one subject. They say, okay, I can't do this. Will you believe if you do 2-3 times, like the most, you will be a winner one day. The same way I would say for my PhD, if I gave up, I would have been regretting, and I wouldn't have been talking to you today at this stage if I gave that. So what do we need to do? We need to do, it has gone a little bit, persistence. Persistence in Sinhalese, you have to do it continuously if you want to see results. Don't do one today and tomorrow you think, oh, I can get through to my 4-year degree. The 4-year degree is most valuable thing that you can attain, especially from the Open University. So what I want you to change as students is change your mindset. And if you're having a fixed mindset, you will achieve less academic achievements. But if you have a growth mindset, sky is the limit. You won't believe that the confidence you get in you, right? I remember Professor Sujeeva telling me when I was in her class, I was so shy even to come up and talk. I still remember she used to encourage me, no, you walk up and you have to present yourself. So I owe these professors if you have this growth mindset, you can do it. Remember, there's nothing you can become the president in the world. So growth mindset begins with us. Remember, all we have to become difficult. It is difficult, I know. It is not easy. It's not an easy task. Nothing is easy today. You must tell me which stage. Don't, when you have an assignment, when it's difficult, don't say, I don't want to do this. Or how am I going to do it? Or how do I do it? Don't give excuses. There are so many reading materials available. Today, if you go to www.pdfdrive.net, I repeat, www.pdfdrive.net, you can download any amount of books free of charge in any discipline, right? You don't need to go and buy books from that. You go and read a little bit more so that when it's difficult, There are certain subjects you will find difficult, but you can overcome if you put a little extra effort. This is the way we are going to be. I have been in that pit many times while I'm doing an MBA, while I was doing the PhD. How do I get out of it? I have to take challenges. How do I overcome these challenges? I have to either get help from the professors, I have to do extra reading, or I have to do combined studies. This is what we did during our MBA, I must tell you. We got into groups. It's not possible for all 500 of y'all or whatever the numbers to get together to study. But instead, what we did during MBA, we had 10 or 15 people batch. One person studied in one area, the other person studied in another area. We came and discussed each area. And believe it, we didn't need to study. Why? Because this discussion was so useful. Then you have to refer to challenges, do extra reading, focus on your goals and time management. Everybody says, I hear this constantly. What do they say? I don't have time. But if you ask people, they have done research and found the people, successful people in the world have a routine. They don't waste their time on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat and all. I'm telling you, all you youngsters, more you got into the social media, if you can get out within half an hour is great, but I don't think you can do that, right? That is where you're going to be a downfall. You have to have a social media, I'm not saying, but you open today's WhatsApp, what happens? Same message is sent for 100 people. So don't waste your time. I'm not saying that studies is the only thing, you have to balance everything, but social media is the last thing you should do. So I want you to develop a growth mindset because we are running out of time. Focus on effort, choose difficult, always choose difficult. If somebody says, I can't do it, take that challenge. No, I can do it, right? Focus on learning, seek challenges and work hard. You will be amazed at this. Every journey begins with a destination. If you don't know where you are headed, you will never get there. And what, as Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon. You can change the people, but change comes from a true learning. If you don't learn actually from your degree, the change will not happen, right? And change begins with you. And every one of you must remember change begins with that. Thank you very much. And I'm privileged and honored to be here. And I hope all of you will take my advice and one day you will be in this position so that you can address the Open University, the experience I gained. Thank you very much.
Nothing is more interesting than listening to the experience of a proud outcome of the faculty. Thank you very much. Now let us share the experience of current learning partners. Let us invite faculty board student representatives to address the new batch. So the addressing will be conducted in both in English and single medium.
පීඨාධිපතිතුමනි මහාචාර්යවරුනි ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ කතිකාචාර්යවරුනි කතිකාචාර්යවරුනි අවසරයි අද නංගී මල්ලේ ඔයාලගේ සතුටු දවසක් අද. ඉතින් විවෘත විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ කළමනාකරණ පීඨයේ ගැන සහ විවෘත විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ ගැන ඔබ දැනටමත් යම්කිසි අදහසක් දන්නවා ඇති. ඒ වගේම ඔබ දන්නවා ඇති විවෘත විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ අධ්‍යයන කටයුතු කරගෙන යාමේදී යම්කිසි ගෙවීමක් කරන්න සිදු වෙනවා. ඒක ඔබ දැනටමත් දන්නවා ඇති. ඒ වගේම තමයි නොදන්නා කාරණය ඒ ගෙවීම පාඨමාලා ගාස්තුවෙන් 3න් 1ක් පමණ. අනිත් 3න් 2 රජය විසින් ඔබ වෙනුවෙන් දරනවා. අන්නේ ගෙවන පාඨමාලා ගාස්තුවත් කවර් කරගන්න ඔබට විවෘත විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ ඇතුළෙම විශාල අවස්ථාවන් ප්‍රමාණයක් තියෙනවා. උදාහරණයක් විදිහට ගත්තොත් මහ පොළොව ශිෂ්‍යාධාරය, බර්සරි වගේ විශාල අවස්ථාවන් ප්‍රමාණයක් ඔබට හිමි වෙලා තියෙනවා. හැබැයි ප්‍රශ්නේ තමයි ගොඩාක් ශිෂ්‍යයින් මේක ගැන දන්නේ නැහැ. දන්නේ නැහැ වගේම තමයි මේක ගැන තැකීමක් කරන්නෙත් නැහැ. ඒකේ ප්‍රතිඵලය තමයි යම් අවස්ථාවක ඔබේ ආර්ථික ප්‍රශ්නයට මෙයත් බොහොම බලපෑමක් කරනවා. ඉතින් මම කියන්නේ ඉල්ලීමක් කරන්නේ මේ පළවෙනි අවුරුද්දේම ඔබ සුදුසුකම් සපුරලා නම් ඔබ තියෙන්නේ මේ ශිෂ්‍යාධාර වලට අයදුම් කරන්න මේ ප්‍රතිලාභ ඔබ ලබා ගන්න. මේ ප්‍රතිලාභ තියෙන්නේ ඔබට. ඒ වගේම තමයි ශිෂ්‍යෙක් විදිහට ඔබේ මූලික අරමුණ තමයි අවුරුදු 4න් උපාධි පාඨමාලාව සම්පූර්ණ කරන එක. ඒ සඳහා ඔබට අනගි සහායක් දක්වන්න අපගේ කළමනාකරණ පීඨයේ මහාචාර්යවරුන්, ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ කතිකාචාර්යවරුන් ඔබත් එක්ක ඉන්නවා. ඔවුන් ඉතා ප්‍රවීණ සහ සෝදශීලී විදිහට ඔබත් එක්ක කටයුතු කරයි. ඉතින් ඔබට තියෙන්නේ අධ්‍යයන කටයුතු වල නිරත වෙන එක තමයි. ඒ වගේම තමයි අධ්‍යයන කටයුතු වල නිරත වීමේදී ඔබේ මානසිකත්වය තවත් ඉලක්ක කරා ගියොත් වෙන්නේ ඔබ අධ්‍යයන කටයුතු වලින් මග ඇරෙන එක. ඒකේ ප්‍රතිඵලයක් විදිහට ඔබ එක සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකක් හරි ෆේල් වෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ ඔබේ වසර 4ක උපාධි කාල සීමාව වසර 5ක් 6ක් වගේ දක්වා දීර්ඝ වෙන එක. ඉතින් ඉල්ලීමක් කරන්න තියෙන්නේ ඔබ අධ්‍යයන කටයුතු සාර්ථකව කරගෙන යන්න, ඔබේ මානසිකත්වය අධ්‍යයන කටයුතු වල තියාගන්න. වෙනත් පරිබාහිර දේවල් වලට ගියාම වෙන්නේ අර කිව්ව වගේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකක් ෆේල් වුණොත් ඔබගේ කැම්පස් කාලය තවත් වසරකින් දීර්ඝ වෙයි. ඒක මහත් අපරාධයක් වෙනවා මේ වගේ තරංකාරී වටපිටාවක් ඇතුළත. ඒ වගේම තමයි තවත් කාරණාවක් කියන්නම ඕන. විවෘත විශ්වවිද්‍යාලය ගැන, අපගේ පීඨය ගැන සහ විවෘත විශ්වවිද්‍යාලය ඇතුලේ සිද්ධ වෙන නොඑක් ක්‍රියාකාරකම් ගැන, ඒ කියන්නේ ෆැකල්ටි මගින් ඉදිරිපත් කරන මහපොළ, බර්සරි, ඒ වගේම නොඑක් ප්‍රතිලාභයන් ගැන වගේ දේවල් ගැන ඔබට නොඑක් මාර්ග වලින් තොරතුරු ලැබෙන්නට පුළුවන්. සෝෂල් මීඩියා හරහා හෝ ඔබගේ යාළුවෙක් කරා හෝ නොඑක් මාර්ගයෙන්. හැබැයි ඔබ ඒ සඳහා ප්‍රතිචාර දක්වද්දී ඔබ හොයලා බලන්න ඕන ඒ ඔබට ලැබෙන තොරතුර නිවැරදි හා සත්‍යභාවය. මොකද ඔබ වැරදි තොරතුරකට ප්‍රතිචාර දක්වලා ඔබ කනස්සල්ලයට පත්වන්නේ නම් ඒ වගකීම ෆැකල්ටියක් විදිහට සහ විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයක් විදිහට මෙය බාරගන්නේ නැති බවත් මතක් කරන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් ඔබගේ අධ්‍යයන කටයුතු සාර්ථක කරගන්න ඔබ වෙනුවෙන් සැදී පැහැදී ඉන්නවා විවෘත විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේ කතිකාචාර්යවරුන්, මහාචාර්යවරුන්, ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ කතිකාචාර්යවරුන් සියල්ල ඔබගේ ඕනෑම ප්‍රශ්නයක්, ඕනෑම ගැටලුවක් ඔවුන්ට ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න. ඔවුන් තුල ඒ සඳහා පිළිතුරක් ඇති. ඉතින් ඔබට ජය ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරන නම් ඉදිරියටම කරගෙන යන්න, අවුරුදු 4න් උපාධි පාඨමාලාව සාර්ථක කරගන්න කියලා ඉල්ලමින් මම නේද වෙනවා. ස්තුතියි.
முகாமைத்துவ பீடத்தின் தலைமை ஆசிரியர் மற்றும் பீடாதிபதி மற்றும் சகல ஏனைய விரிவுரையாளர்களிடம் அனுமதியை பெற்றுக்கொள்வதோடு இன்று முகாமைத்துவ பட்டப்படிப்பை தேர்வு செய்து இலங்கை திறந்த பல்கலைக்கழகத்துக்குள் நுழைந்திருக்கும் என் சக சகோதர சகோதரிகளுக்கு இனிய காலை வணக்கங்கள். நீங்கள் அனைவரும் தெரிவு செய்திருக்கும் இப்பல்கலைக்கழகமானது 100% அரசுடைமையானது. நீங்கள் இதற்கு சில கட்டணங்களை செலுத்தி வருகிறீர்கள். இருந்தாலும் அது 1/3 பகுதியே ஆகும். மிகுதி கட்டணத்தை அரசாங்கமே செலுத்துகிறது. உங்களது பட்டப்படிப்பு உள்ளக பட்டப்படிப்பாவதோடு இதன் காலவரையறை 4 ஆண்டுகள் என்பதால் மிகவும் பெருமதியானது. BMS பட்டப்படிப்பினூடாக உங்களால் மிக வியாபகமான ஒரு அறிவை பெற்றுக்கொள்வதோடு நிறுவனம் மட்டுமல்லாது உங்களையும் உங்கள் வாழ்வின் நடவடிக்கைகளையும் முகாமைத்துவம் செய்து கொள்ள உதவுவதோடு நீங்கள் வியாபாரங்களையோ அல்லது நீங்கள் தொழில் புரியும் நிறுவனங்களையோ சிறப்பாக கையாளும் அறிவை பெறுவதோடு நீங்கள் உங்கள் நிலைகளிலும் உயரலாம். பட்டப்படிப்பானது இறுதி 4 வருடங்கள் என்பதனால் முதல் 2 வருடங்கள் டிப்ளோமா கல்வியும் இறுதி 2 வருடங்கள் டிகிரி என்னும் பட்ட படிப்பையும் நீங்கள் பயில்வீர்கள். இதில் மிகுதி 2 வருடங்கள் ஆங்கில மொழி மூலமாக மட்டுமே நடத்தப்படும். ஆகவே நீங்கள் முதல் 2 வருடங்களை தமிழ், சிங்கள, ஆங்கில எந்த மொழியிலும் தொடரலாம். இருந்தாலும் உங்களது இறுதி 2 வருட பட்ட படிப்புகளும் ஆங்கில மொழியில் மட்டுமே நடாத்தப்படும். மற்றும் நீங்கள் உங்களுக்கான தகுதிகளை ஏற்படுத்தி கொண்டு இங்கே வழங்கப்படும் பர்சரி மாபோல புலமை பரிசில் வாய்ப்புகளையும் பயன்படுத்திக் கொள்ளலாம். இது சம்பந்தமாக நீங்கள் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் அஃபேர் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டை தொடர்பு செய்து விவரங்களை பெற்று விண்ணப்பிக்க முடியும். உங்களது கனவுகளுக்கு உரிய காலத்தில் சென்றடைய விரும்பினால் கடினமாக உழைத்து முடிந்தளவு 4 ஆண்டுகளில் உங்கள் பட்டப்படிப்புகளை முடித்து கல்வியிலும் வாழ்விலும் வெற்றி பெற வாழ்த்துகிறேன். நன்றி.
Thank you. Now it is time to propose the vote of thanks, acknowledging the praiseworthy and noteworthy contribution of many. Let's invite Mr. Chanaka Veerasekara, the Chief Coordinator of BMS Honors Degree Program, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Dean, Faculty of the Management Studies, Guest of Honor, Dr. Suri Dharmaratna, all the heads of the departments, and my dear academic colleagues, professors, senior lecturers, and other academic and non-academic staff, especially Director Career Guidance Unit and Director Colombo Regional Center, as well as Assistant Director Colombo Regional Center. Most importantly, my dear academic partners. So I hope all of you have enjoyed the inauguration program that we have arranged for you. So it is my honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks in front of this distinguished gathering. So basically there are plenty of names to mention. So if I may take some time, please pardon me, because all those names are worth mentioning. First of all, I would like to thank Vice Chancellor, Open University of Sri Lanka, Professor PMC Tilakaratne, for his excellent leadership and guidance provided towards the Faculty of Management Studies. As we all know, at the moment, he is not in the country. He has went abroad for official purpose. Even though he is in that position, he was keen to send you a message. So we know that we always get the blessings of the Vice Chancellor. So thank you very much for that commitment, sir. Thank you very much. And on behalf of the Faculty of Management Studies, I would like to thank our guest of honor, Dr. Suri Dharmaratna, for the wonderful speech. I know for the fact that our students are inspired by that. And thank you very much, Dr. Dharmaratna, for taking your time and coming out here for sharing your experience with us. Then the big thanks goes to the Dean of the Faculty, Professor Nalin Abesekara, for the support and the guidance provided for us. We always know he has been the pillar of strength in the faculty. And I also would like to extend the gratitude towards all the heads of the departments for the support given towards this event. And I should also thank Registrar and the Bursar of the Open University of Sri Lanka for the allocation of the physical and the financial resources that make this event possible. And I would like to take this opportunity to record my wholehearted gratitude towards the Miss Vindhya Angamana, Assistant Director, Colombo Regional Center, as well as her team, including Mr. Chamira Chandraratna at CRC, for the enormous support and perfect logistic and the commitment given towards this particular event. And I would also like to acknowledge and provide my gratitude towards all the members in the SETME division, Center for Education, Technology and Media, for the media coverage that they provided. And further, I would like to mention IT division, especially Mr. Kanishka, for the technical support and the guidance given us without any compromise. So if they wouldn't be here, this event would not be possible, because all the people out there in other centers, around 25 regional centers all over the country, are now watching us from their center because of them. So thank you very much, especially for the SETME division as well as the IT division. Right. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, event like this will not be materialized overnight. So we had to work a lot. Wheels start rolling months ago. So it requires a lot of planning, preparation, a lot of follow through. So therefore, we have been fortunate to have such a wonderful team who are energetic, motivated, and dedicated back there at the Faculty of Management Studies. So I would like to thank all the members, my family members at the Faculty of Management Studies, for the enormous support given towards this particular event. Especially, I would like to mention Assistant Director of the Faculty, Assistant Registrar of the Faculty, and all my academics colleagues, non-academic and other supportive staff. Right. So at last, I cannot thank everyone enough for the support given, for the commitment given towards this particular event. In case if I forgot somebody to mention, I beg your pardon for that. Last but not the least, our most important partners, our most important part of the event, in fact, the university, that is our dear students. So I would also like to thank all of you having trouble, because we know it's difficult to transport these days. So coming here and joining with us today to share your and to update your knowledge as well. So then I would like to congratulate all of you for being selected for this particular program. You know it's hard, and I wish all the very best for your future academic career. And finally, I strongly believe that you are one of us, one of the Open University. So you would represent the Open University in the coming 4 years. So I would really think that you would carry the vision and the mission of the Open University. So Open University, we are open to everyone, every time. Not some of us, not some of the time. So I would think you would also carry that attitude towards the society. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chanak Veerasekara. This permits us to conclude the inauguration of the new intake of Bachelor of Management Studies degree with bright expectations. Refreshments are arranged in downstairs. Please join the orientation program at 11 a.m. and the orientation program for Sinhala medium and English medium students will be held here. Tamil medium students may proceed to lecture room 15 at Colombo Regional Center. Thank you very much and all the very best.